too old for all this climbing. Whew. So, I sit down and the sign hits me in the back. Okay. So I guess that's not going to work, huh? Anyway. Subscribe. Please. You know, it is an absolutely beautiful, perfect day out here today. And I should stay out here and stay at work cleaning this mess up. But I'm just very unmotivated to do that because I got a couple of things that I want to show you instead today here on the MT and Me. All right, just checking on all my plastic work that I did on Pearl, and seems to be holding up pretty well. Of course, it's absolutely beautiful weather today, so it doesn't have to do much, just look good, I suppose. Speaking of looking good, hey, you're looking great, my nomies. Welcome back to the MT and Me. Today, I want to show you a couple of things that, well, I have bought them and they are taking up quite a bit of my attention and will probably keep me from actually getting stuff done on Pearl once again today. I know. Last week I said, well, maybe we'll get back to work on Pearl. Well, I do have something right here that is going to let us get back to work on Pearl. It's interesting because I just noticed on the label it says door. And I'm not sure why, because it's not a door and it really has nothing to do with the door. But it is something that we can use in Pearl, and I will open this up and show it to you here in just a few moments. But I also bought something else this week that, well, it doesn't directly relate to Pearl, but she will help me work on Pearl. And I don't know, I guess the best thing I can do is just go get her and show her to you. So, meet my new ride. The 2006 Chevy Equinox. And no, it's not replacing Pearl. It's just something to help me get around better while I work on Pearl. She's in pretty good condition overall. Body's not in bad shape. A few dings and scratches and a few little problems, but nothing major by any means. Runs good. Transmission seems to work great. Engine runs smooth. And so far I am very well pleased. The biggest issues I found so far are the passenger door window doesn't come down, just doesn't work. I think the motor's gone. And I don't have any heat. Now, the heater system is working, but I can't get hot air into the cabin. There's a control flap that works that, and it's got a little servo motor that operates it, and mine apparently is not working. It's not a real quick, easy fix, but it's not difficult either. So we'll get started on that soon. For now, let me show you inside. I have the rear seats down right now in the back, as you can see. But you can also see there's a lot of room in this girl whenever you do bring them down. And just for the record, they're both in real good shape whenever you set them up. And as for the front, here again, pretty good shape overall. The driver's seat's a little torn up, but that always seems to happen in used cars, especially those that are as old as this one. There's a few little nicks and scrapes on the dashboard, and I don't know if you can tell, but the glove box handle is been pretty bungled up. So anyway, the main thing to consider is everything's here, and to at least some degree, everything works. So I think that's a pretty big plus, especially since I got a pretty good deal on this vehicle. The biggest issue I have with her is this. It's a double eyebrow. Now, I have nothing against the eyebrow at all. In fact, I'm glad it does have one. But two of them, here, and then again from here to here, is just a little too much. And I'm tall enough that my line of sight falls right in line with that bottom row. So that really plays havoc with my vision when I'm trying to drive, especially at night, because when it's dark, you don't see anything out of the top of this windshield. One of the eyebrows, specifically that bottom one, has got to go. But beyond that, I am one happy camper. I like this girl. I enjoy driving her. I think we're going to be a real good team. And like I said, she's not replacing Pearl. No. I've already had a long talk with Pearl about, hey, this is your sister, your cousin, whatever you want to think about her as. But it's just something to get around in while I'm still trying to get Pearl in a condition that she can get around. And then one day we'll cross the bridge as to what to do with who. Plus, I'm going to keep up with what I do on this. I'll be showing you along the way. I've got some things I want to get done first of all on the list. First, I want to take her and get her detailed. And in doing that, I might get some professionals to take that tinting off. I thought about trying it myself, but I don't want to mess things up. So if I take it to a detail shop that also does tinting, I think maybe I'll just depend on them. There's also a couple of stickers on the back glass that I want off of there. Mainly because it was a lovely younger lady that owned this before me, and all of the stickers have, how should I put it, a feminine pitch to them that just really doesn't agree with this old guy. So, got to make her mine. And speaking of her, I'm just using that pronoun a lot because I haven't named her yet. And I really, at this point, don't have anything in mind. So, I'm asking right now, if you have any ideas, please put them in the comments below on this video. I'm making no promises that I'll pick one, but I will consider everything, and we'll kind of go from there, okay? But if you have any ideas about a name, then let's hear them, all right? I'd be very interested in knowing what you think. She's a 2006 Chevrolet Equinox LS, and she's black. I don't know if you identify the color specifically in this light or not, but she is black. So yeah, this is her. This is the biggest purchase I've made in a while, and certainly the biggest thing I've given to myself in a while. So it has taken up a lot of my time and attention this week, and it's kept me away from doing things on Pearl. And I apologize to you and to Pearl for that, but this was worth it. It's getting us off to the start of a brand new chapter in working on Pearl, and a brand new chapter here on the MT and Me. So I guess that's it. Here she is, my biggest surprise of the day. And now that we have her all unwrapped, let's go back to that other package I have and take a look at it, because it relates a little more directly to my main girl, Pearl. So, we'll get here in front of Pearl's door, which I still sorely need to recover with plastic, and see if we can't find out what's in this long tubular container. It rattles. It's fairly heavy. I mean, it's not something that you really have a problem bench pressing, but you can't just sling it around either. I know what it is, I just have to show you. It is steel angle iron for Pearl's roof. Just 3/4 inch, and I'm hoping that that angle will be just right to fit up against the 3/4 inch steel rods that are in Pearl's roof holding the top up. Let's go inside and find out. Well, immediately we have a problem, because these pieces are 48 inches long, and I don't have a 48-inch open space that I can check them up against. So I think what we're going to have to do is see if we can't cut us a piece off here and get a smaller section to work with. And there's a spot right up here that just might be the place to experiment with. This spot right here is where the hole is at, where they had a wire coming through. And it's not so bad where this hole is, but the other side has a much larger gap on it that's rusted out. So if I was to get, I don't know, about 5 inches, cut that off, that'll give us a piece that we can play with at that spot. Let's see what we can do. I'm not real sure this is going to cut it, but if it doesn't, I don't think I have anything that will. So let's give it a try. like it worked. All right. Well, let's take this inside and see if we can't fit it in a few places just to see if all this is going to work. First of all, here's the spot I cut it for. I kind of think if we put it on the back side like that, that's going to do pretty good. As for some of these other places, well, this piece isn't cut to fit. See, this is where that's all worn out. And to have a longer piece, even do this entire brace with it, I think that'll get plenty of reinforcement there, especially if we go the entire length of that. Nice. And as for this really bad spot, this is probably going to take a little ingenuity. If we do this entire place, that'll cover that. This is the broken area. May have to cut a little piece out so that this will go on over this part to give us some extra brace. Just going to have to experiment and figure a little bit. But I really think at this point that using the angle iron will give us a little more strength and flexibility than sistering in similar sized pieces of steel tubing. And this angle iron is actually heavier as far as the thickness goes. It is thicker than the walls of this tubing is, so it actually has more strength and more support. Now, figure out what lengths of this we want to use and what the best ways to fasten it are. So far, I'm pleased and encouraged by what we're going to be able to do with these angle iron. Yeah. Okay, so 5 inches of angle iron, and I think we've made some real progress here. And like I said, there's plenty more, plus another 4-foot piece where that came from. So we got a little bit done on Pearl anyway. Not productive work, but some more good research. And that's good because, like I said, most of the week has been taken up by closing the deal and taking delivery on She Is Still Unnamed. So I remind you again that that beautiful Chevy Equinox that's now part of our MT and Me family needs a name. Let me hear your ideas. Like I said, I'm not promising I'll pick one or use one, may come up with something totally different, but still, I want to hear ideas. Comment below, alright? Tell me what you think her name needs to be. Thank you so much for your continued support. It means a lot to me, Nomies. I love each and every one of you. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thumbs up, please, on this video and any others that you happen to watch. Go back into our vast catalog of extremely entertaining, informative videos concerning Pearl and many other subjects of interest that we cover here on the MT and Me. Alright, that's my commercial for the channel. You check it out. We've got over 160 videos in the catalog, so you can binge watch for quite a while. And nothing would make me happier than for you to do that. In the meantime, what'll make me happy is if you tune in again next week, right here, and see what happens next with Pearl and the car and me, all here on the MT and me. As always, thank you. And until next time, I'm Russ. I'm going to take my angle iron and go. We'll talk later.